Hello, hello, hello. It's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. I'm so happy you are joining me. It is Thursday, January 11th, 2024. 2024. That's crazy. Tonight we're going to make some Valentine projects. We've got 3 of them, 2 cards and a little box that I think you're going to love. I'm using all new stuff from the mini catalog and from Sale-a-Bration. So I hope that you will feel inspired by the projects that I share tonight and maybe create something similar at home. I always love to hear which project you like best, but I often forget to ask. So at the end of the night, at the end of the video, please make sure you leave a comment and let me know which project was your favorite, which one you feel like you would make if you were at home. I'm seeing lots of talk about winter weather. Oh my gosh, I hope you are warm wherever you are and that you are staying safe inside stamping. Snowy weather, cold weather, rainy weather, that's the perfect stay inside and stamp weather. Yes, I'm so excited about this stamp set. Be My Valentine has a coordinating bee punch. This is in the mini catalog, which is buried. Let me see if I can dig it out. I've got piles on my desk. Yes, I'm so excited about the new January through April 2024 mini catalog. This one just launched last week, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed. We are doing pretty good on inventory, except one thing, the painted lavender dies are temporarily sold out. They'll be back January 29th or thereabouts. So if you're waiting on that one, go ahead and order other stuff right now because it's coming back. It's coming soon. Oh, school's canceled. Oh, it must be bad if school is canceled. Oh my gosh. Well, my kids are finally back at school. Yesterday was their first day back at school. And so today was the first day that it was like quiet at my house. And while I did miss them, I also enjoyed trying to refocus and get caught up. And so I feel prepared, more prepared than I normally do on a Thursday. Earlier this week, I had a special little open house, a little game night for my VIP customers over on Facebook. I will upload that video to YouTube. I just haven't had a chance yet, but we had some fun just kind of going through, playing bingo, and taking a look at some new products from the mini catalog. And I shared these socks. I picked these up at Target. Aren't these just so cute? They say "Be Mine." They were in the sock section. They also had some St. Patrick's Day socks, but I just thought these were so cute. And so even though I was shopping with Claire, I still picked them up. And I thought I'm going to package them up with our cute Be My Valentine designer paper. And I'm going to send her a little package with a fun little pair of socks. So if you're looking for something that's different than just candy, maybe consider something like socks. Anyway, I thought these were adorable, and they are going to package up so cute with this paper. Part of the Be Mine suite. Let's take a look at this really quick. January through April 2024 catalog. I am on page 8 and 9. Part of this suite, we've got this really fun designer paper. It's 12 by 12 designer paper that features these adorable little bees. The colors are Sweet Sorbet, Pool Party, Lemon Lime Twist, Daffodil Delight, Petal Pink, Basic Black, and we've got bee patterns and also bee side patterns that are just the most adorable. I swear, these little bees, they get me every time. So we are going to use a little bit of the designer paper, but one of the other things that comes in this suite are these boxes, these square pillow boxes. I gotta catch my that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Trying to catch my video up so I can make sure that I'm in screen and everything. Okay. These pillow boxes, these are really fun. Now, do you guys do a lot of 3D projects, or do you mostly do cards? This is definitely for 3D projects. And oh, I am trying to get myself going here. I'm so sorry. Get my arms. Okay, I think we're ready now. 3D projects. I don't often do them. But when I do, I love the pre-made boxes or the sort of fabricated boxes, because I don't have to think about the crazy scoring. I don't have to do all of that. So I sort of love that we have some options. So I'm going to put one together today. Quick and easy. That is my style, and these boxes make it easy to do that. Before I assemble the box, I want to create a little background because you can stamp right on these boxes. It has sort of a matte finish. On the other side, it is coated in food safe. So if you want to put a homemade treat in there, like a trail mix or some, oh my gosh, we got the most amazing candied pecans. Whew, they were so yummy. I still think I would put those in a plastic wrap, but if you wanted to put them straight in the box, you could because it's food safe. Anyway, we're gonna do a special technique on this before we put the box together. So let's start with that. And I really should have gotten a little bit of grid paper out. So let me just grab a piece really quick. Okay. Actually, you know what? I don't think I need the grid paper for what we're going to do. I changed my mind. This is a technique that we used to do long ago. I've been a demonstrator for almost 22 years now. And when we had a rubber brayer before, we used to do this technique called the bubble wrap technique, where we would ink up bubble wrap and then transfer that pattern to the cardstock to create sort of a beehive kind of a texture. And so now we've got the new silicone brayer that is back in the mini catalog. And we have a bee stamp set. So, I mean, I just thought it was kind of perfect. So I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight ink pad to ink up the brayer. And then we're going to brayer onto the bubble wrap. And I want to make sure to cover the, I'm going to say this is the front side of the box. And so I'm going to keep these up so they are out of the way. And then I'm going to pick up my brayer and roll, and also move my ink pad and pick up some ink this way. So I got nice ink coverage. The point of the brayer, one of the great things about using a brayer is that you can have even ink coverage when you're inking up background stamps or when you're inking up bubble wrap. I do think that it has kind of a weird pattern to go direct to paper, which you can do. But I just like it for inking embossing folders and inking things like this. So I've covered pretty well the area that I wanted to. So I'm going to set this over here, and then I'm going to flip the box upside down and put it on that area, and then give it a little back massage. Oh yeah, this box has had a hard day. No, it hasn't. I would like a back massage. Okay, so I'm transferring the ink over. Fingers crossed. Let's see how it turned out. Oh, it's even cuter than I thought it would be. Now, I do have a little coverage here on the back side, and perhaps I should have just gone ahead and inked the whole thing. And you know what? I haven't put this together yet. I changed my mind. I want to ink the whole thing. So I'm just going to ink the same spot, and then I'm going to put the other side down, and we're gonna ink this whole thing. I had a bigger piece of bubble wrap. I could have done the whole thing at once. Well, I tried this actually before we started the video, and my box was already put together, and so I just wanted to see what it would look like. And so I just had the finished box, and I just put it down, and I got a little mess there. So I wasn't thinking about doing both sides, but of course that makes sense to do the whole thing. So this is crushed curry ink. This one is Daffodil Delight. So the Daffodil Delight is going to be a little bit lighter, and this has got adhesive on it. So it's going to resist the ink, which does mean that the ink is going to kind of pool here. So you just kind of want to be careful that you're not getting your surface and everything messy. So I just want to get the back side. So I'm going to come kind of low here and just do a little back massage. I did get a little ink there from my fingers, but Thomas just got back from class, and maybe he'll grab me a wet paper towel for my fingers. Maybe he hears me. I'm just gonna fold this up, and what I did earlier was I just took the bubble wrap to the sink in the bathroom, and I just rinsed it and then patted it dry so that I could use it again. So I know, right? Who knew? I love it. Okay, so save your bubble wrap. This is a little smaller than the bubble wrap that comes in the Stampin' Up! Packages, but I'm sure that you guys have lots of bubble wrap pieces that you could use for this project. Thank you, Thomas. You did hear me. Just gonna... Oh yeah, it's perfect. Thanks. So I'm just using that to get the ink off my hands, and actually I'm going to take the drier side of this and just sort of buff that ink off of that label so that I don't transfer it accidentally to myself or another part of the project. So you can see that's where the adhesive is. That's the other thing I love about Stampin' Up! Packaging like this, is that it comes oftentimes with adhesive built in. So it is so fun and so easy to create cute little gift packages. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this one put together. We've got these score lines all done for us. So I'm going to start by just kind of working on these score lines. Because they are curved, it does make it a little tricky. And so a good little pre-fold on all of these will help the box to come together a lot easier. And it is coated, so I would recommend letting your ink dry a little bit before you start messing with it. If you have a very juicy ink pad, you might need to let it dry a little longer, or use the heat tool to just dry it a little quicker. Oh my gosh, I'm just loving this pattern. It's so cute. Okay, so our box has two little notches, and these are going to be the top of the box that fold down on each other, and that little notch is to help the person be able to open it. Okay, so we're going to take the sides, and we're going to do one at a time, and we are going to peel that off. Now this is sticky, and so we can kind of put these together, and like I said, it is a little stiff, a little awkward, because it is such a weird shape, but they are meant to go together. So if you get that pre-folding done, it does make it a lot easier. Okay, so this is going to go the other side now, and that's going to go on the inside, and bend that on top. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay. All right, and then these fold in like that. And I want to have the open kind of edge be toward the back where the adhesive is coming together, so that from the front, I have just nice clean edges. Okay. Oh my gosh, I really, really love the way that turned out. You could also stamp on this box. You can use a brayer to color, straight color directly on the box. You can spritz, you can blend, all the different ways that you can color. You can use your markers to customize it. Okay, so now we've got the base of our box done. Again, this is the square pillow box from Stampin' Up. It comes flat, and we just did our little bubble wrap technique and folded it up. And so next, oh, you know what, we can put our... Let's go ahead and tuck the socks in there. So it had a bigger tag, and I just took that off so that it would fit better in the container. And it is like a perfect fit with these socks. It was like it was just made to go in here. Okay. Yay, honeybee. I'm so glad you like it. Okay, I've got some pieces that I've pre-cut here. So this is 1 1/4 by 12 inches, and it is a little bit long, but this is going to go around like a belly band around the center of our box. And so again, it's kind of a weird box, and so it is going to take like a little bit of folding as you go to sort of contour the edges of the box. And so I'm just gonna go one side at a time. And then when I get to the back, I do have a lot extra, so I probably could do like 10.5 inches. And I don't know, it's always good to have too much instead of not enough, right? So I am then going to just glue this down onto itself. So I'm gonna use a little piece of tear and tape for that. And I think I had one of those edges was straighter than the other. I think this is the straighter edge. So I'm going to use this one. And just make sure that belly band is straight on itself. Okay, so a little bit of designer paper wrapped around. Now we're gonna make a little tag for the front. I have a 2-inch circle that is Daffodil Delight. That's gonna go right here. And of course, I need to stamp the cute little bee from the Be My Valentine to go on the front. So I've got some scraps for that. Let's get this out of the way. So on my white scrap, I'm going to stamp the body of the bee and Daffodil Delight. I probably should be stamping that way. And then I'm going to do, with the black, I'm going to do the stripes, and it's not a tail. Hold on, I gotta get my head underneath it, or right on top rather. There we go, that looks pretty good. And then there's a little face. This stamp set is so cute. It has 3 different faces for your Bumblebee. There's one with eyes open, eyes closed. Oh, 4 faces, a winky face, and then this sort of grumpy face, which I love to go with. I love you no matter what. Okay, so we are going to take our punch, and we are going to punch out the bee. Oh, I needed to go a little bit closer to the edge of the cardstock. Okay, punch that out. And the other punches, I just love this punch. The other shapes in here, we got the bee body. We also have 2 hearts. And so the larger heart is the wing. I'm going to punch that with vellum. And the smaller heart is sized perfectly for the antenna. And I'm actually just going to use it as a heart and not use the antenna this time. But I am going to stamp the antenna on our yellow circle. So I already have it out. Let's stamp that now, kind of towards the top. Hopefully that's right. I can always turn it over if I need to. And then, oh, I need our scrap back. I'm going to stamp the sentiment that says, "Be mine," and it matches those socks so perfectly. I'm going to use my scissors to just do a quick little cut to cut out the Be Mine. Now, if you wanted to, you could start with a scrap paper that is just like a strip. And then it would be a little bit straighter and not be off a little bit. But sometimes I just cut until it's right. Okay. So we're going to get this put together. I'm going to use a glue dot on the tip of the vellum. And this again is the bee wing. So it's going to go back here. And then our antenna hopefully line up just right. Oh my God, so cute. And we're going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to add the bee to the circle. That lined up again just right. And then I am going to use a glue dot to put the bee, or the heart on the bee. Oh my God. I just love it. Okay, I'm sorry. I know sometimes I just get carried away. I want to add just a smidge of the Stampin' Dimensionals underneath the bee. And the Be Mine is going to go, so I'm covering the Be Mine. I'm gonna do like that. I'll just get on the edge there. I'm just gonna do like a little angle like that. Be Mine, and this is going to go right in the center of our gift package with, of course, some more Stampin' Dimensionals. Honeybee's Stamping Hive. I'm kind of shocked that all that you purchased from this suite was the was just the designer paper. How could you pass up everything else? You really need the cute little stamp set, of course. And the punch. I love the punch. Okay, well, I definitely think that you need this for making some cute Valentines. Let me show you, if you're not a card maker, I totally understand. Let me show you some other projects that are cards using the Be My Valentine and the coordinating punch, and of course the coordinating designer paper. I'm gonna first move my stamps out of the way. There we go. Okay. I don't know where I'm putting things, shoving them wherever they fit. Okay, here's some cards. I've shared most of these before, so this is going to be a little bit of review, but gosh, I just can't help it because they're so cute. All right, yes. So here we've got I Love You No Matter What and that grumpy little bee face. This is one of the projects that we made on stage at home. So that was, I just made some changes to that one. Here's a swap card from Bonnie O'Neill. This one just used some of that paper and the Happy Valentine set. This is the new mailbox. Isn't it so cute? I just love this little die set. I'm still on the fence about it, but it's really cute. Oh, I forgot to say, this one's from Rachel Chamberlain. I'm so glad Rachel used it so that I could share it, even though I don't have the bundle yet. And this is one of the other on-stage samples that we made. Here's a swap card from Ruth Bingle. And the last one is one that I created. Don't you just love it? Oh, Lori, I'm so sorry that you're having a blurry video. I am watching on my laptop and it seems to be fine for me. So it's possible that it's your connection, or maybe try going out of YouTube and back in. Sometimes that helps. Well, I've got another project to share with you, which is going to lead into our next project. Do you guys remember this one? This is created by Wanda McIntyre, and she shared it for our great big card swap. It is one of those hidden message cards. So when you pull up, or when you fold up the center, you can open up and reveal more panels. She used the Be My Valentine stamp set to do the B on the front, the new mini alphabet die to create the happy on the front, and of course the designer paper and the embellishments. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love this. So we are going to create a hidden message card for our next project. So let's put aside all of our cute little bees, and we are going to work with some other brand new product from the mini catalog. And I shared a little bit of this already. Here we go. In fact, this was the project that I had intended to share during Sunday stamping, but I couldn't get it to come together the way I wanted to, and so I ended up sort of coming back to it later and finishing it. So here is my version of the hidden message card, and I did share already a link. I did a tutorial, a couple, oh, I just realized I'm missing a measurement. That's okay. We can measure. A couple years ago, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago now, using the snail mail. Do you remember that suite? I did a hidden message card, and this was something that, gosh, we made like 15 years ago, 16 years ago. I've been a demonstrator for a long time. So I love that we just bring back all of our fun folds right back again. Eva, I don't have the note that Wanda sent. It was sent along with the other card that went to the Great Big Card Swapper. But I'm pretty sure I remember that she said she got these mini calendars at vitties.com, vitties.com. I'm pretty sure. So Wanda, if you're watching and that's not right, please correct me and let me know. These calendars are a little bit smaller than some of the other calendars that we see in like the desktop calendars, you know, when we create the little easels and stuff. Yes, that's right, Janice. We totally did one of these cards with the bugs and kisses way back when. I love it. Oh, Karen is saying you need to get the calendars early in the year. She's going to be ordering 2025 in March. That's good to know. You could probably also create a little calendar template like in Word or something like that and print out and cut little calendars as well. I have done that in the past, not recently, but that's just another option if it's too late to get 2024. Okay. what was I thinking? Oh, so for my card, my version of this card, we're going to use the Adoring Hearts bundle. This is from the mini catalog, and it has the coordinating hybrid embossing folder. Mama and I shared some projects, and I created some cards. In fact, I will show you. I created this card on Sunday Stamping, so if you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. I talked about the hybrid embossing folder and how you can ink it with the Brayer. That's what I did on this card. So I used the Brayer and I inked the red onto the embossing folder, and this has the die that fits inside, so you can die cut and emboss at the same time. So that's how I created these white hearts with the red. And then I did some gold foil paper to create some other cards. And all of the designer paper on these cards is the Most Adored designer paper, which is a free paper that you can get during Sale-a-Bration. Sale-a-Bration is happening in January and February 2024. For every $50 or $100, you can choose a free gift. So the Most Adored paper, I have samples of the paper to show you. The Most Adored paper is white with gold foil on one side. And then the other side, we have some real red and Flirty Flamingo designs that are just so perfect for Valentine's Day. So for our Valentine project, we're going to use some of the Most Adored designer paper and the Adoring Hearts bundle. So first, let's talk about the base of this hidden message card. And I have some measurements on Post-it notes. I'll also add them to the video description for you. So we are starting with a half a sheet of cardstock that's 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, scored at 2 1/8 inch and 4 1/4. And 6 3/8. So let's do that now. We're going to get our paper trimmer out and we're going to do this together. Okay, so we are scoring it into quarters. So the first one is 2 1/8, and then 4 1/4. I think that was, you know what? I need to start with another piece. Hold on. I scored really, really hard, and I'm just worried it's gonna tear. So let me do it again. This time I will be a little gentler. 2 1/8 inch. 4 1/4, and 6 3/8 inch. Hi, Joan. You are not watching the replay. You are watching live. Okay, let's see. 4 and 6 3/8. That's right here. Okay, so we have got 4 skinny sections on our card. Can you see the score line there? And then we are going to turn it and we are going to cut in between the outer 2 lines. And this is where I just need to double check my measurement. Hold on. I have my my sample that I've prepared ahead of time. So we want to do, we're going to cut at 1 3/4. So setting our paper over to 1 3/4, we're going to cut. And I always talk about this. The cutter has a line, and that's where the cutting is. So we want to line that line up with our score line, and we're going to cut all the way down to the other score line. Okay, so the first place that we do this is 1 3/4, and the second place that we do this is 3 3/4. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut from one score line all the way down to the last score line. Okay, so what we have here is 2 solid panels on the side, and then we've got kind of this grid here that is scored and cut. And we're going to use our bone folder. This is a gatefold card, so we're going to fold the ends in to meet in the middle. And so from the front, you have those solid panels. It looks just like a normal gatefold card. And when you open it, you've got all of this going on. So I'm gonna give that center score line a little fold, and we're going to bring in our 2 other pieces. So this is Flirty Flamingo, and these pieces are 2 inches by 5.5 inches. And again, I'll have the measurements for you in the video description so you can make this card at home. And so we're going to take these pieces and we're going to weave them in and out of the card. So we're going to kind of do opposites on either side. And so I've got on one side, the pink is on the top and the bottom, and on the other side, it's just in the middle. And these maybe are a little bit small. I guess I would do, like looking at this, there's a lot of gap here. So if I were doing this again, this is fine, but you also could go just a little bit bigger. So the space is actually 2 1/8. So I would say 2 1/16. So if it's a little tight if you go all the way to 2 1/8, but if you do 2 1/16 or something like right in between 2 1/8, then it'll be a little bit better of a fit. I clearly need to change my cutting blade because I don't know how well you can see it, but I got a lot of fluffies coming off my cardstock here. Do you see all those fluffies? The little fuzzies. I'm just going to try to trim them off here. Okay, so 2 inches is what I cut. I will, in the video description, I'm going to say 2 1/16. If you don't want to be that exact, 2 inches will work just fine. Okay, let's move these. We're going to do it again. We're weaving the cardstock in and out, and then on the other side in the opposite direction. And these pieces, the pink cardstock pieces, are not adhered down to the card at all. So there is absolutely no adhesive on this card yet. And oh, Wanda, thank you so much. I might have missed an earlier comment that you made. The calendar measurements are 1 3/4 by 1 1/2, which is the designer paper size that I've cut my pieces to for the inside of the card. So we have our template here, and if you fold up in the center and pull these apart, because there's no adhesive, it's going to just flip right over. This kind of reminds me of the Jacob's Ladder toy. Did you guys ever have that for your kids, or when you were younger, or your grandkids? I know we used to have one for the kids that they loved playing with. So it's kind of like that with the ribbon, and it, you just flip it back and forth. This does, I think, need a little special instruction when you are giving it to someone. If they have no idea how to open it, then that's going to be a little tricky. So you'll have to like FaceTime or something so they can find the secret part of the card. All right, so now the fun part, we get to do some decorating. So Wanda said the calendar that she got for her card, they are 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. And that is the size that I've cut some designer paper pieces. So I've cut that Most Adored designer paper. And let's see, I'm gonna go here and here with the white design, and then I'm going to add a little a little bit of I have a white piece for the center, and the white piece, because the center areas are a little bit bigger, I did cut that to be 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. Yeah, it is kind of like a never-ending card, Sharon. I think you're right. And then I have those gold hearts, and these are going to go in the red spots there. And I should have, I guess, this one to go there. That looks about right. Kind of trying to keep it a little bit simple. And then let's see, I think I was going to save those for the inside. And so here's where I could use your help. Should we have the white hearts, or should we have the pink plaid? And if we decide to go with the pink plaid on the sides, then I can change out the pink plaid piece here and use something different. So give me a quick vote on the side pieces. Should we do the white with gold hearts, or should we do the pink and red plaid, this or that? Oh, I see you guys are voting already. Excellent. Keep those votes coming. Let me know what you think. We could do pink hearts here if we did the pink paper, or if we do the white hearts, then we can do the pink plaid. Another another option. What else could we do here? We could have the, we could do the whites and flip them. And then we could do red paper there. I kind of like that. Okay. Oh, a lot of you are, oh gosh, you are split. I was going to say, I'm seeing a lot of pink plaid, but I see pink plaid, white, white, pink plaid, pink, pink, white, pink, white, 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 plaid, pink, pink. Oh, you guys are totally split. I'm kind of liking the pink plaid. So we're going to do the pink plaid because I think it makes the white pop a little bit more. And you know what I'm going to say, when you make this card at home, you can of course do it however you want. I knew you guys were going to say another gold heart, but I worried that 3 was just too many. I don't know. What do you guys think? You tell me while I'm stamping if 3 hearts is the right amount or if we should do designer paper instead. And then we're going to do more hearts on the inside, but I have plenty. So if we need to get some more out, we can get some more out and do more. There's actually in this embossing folder, there are 3 different designs. There's 2 that are kind of a leaf design. Where did the other hearts go? And there are, and then there's one that is, there's the other leaf design. And then there's one that's kind of like scrolly. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, fine, we'll use 3 hearts. We do want to make sure that we're using 3 different designs. So I will bring this one in there. And then for the inside, I want to find 3 different hearts again. Okay. You guys and your 3s. Okay. So I have stamps. Do I have stamps? Where did I put the stamps? They're right in front of me, right, guys? Where did I not get them out? I'm pretty sure I got them out. What did I do with them? Oh, I cleaned them up accidentally with the B card. Okay, we are doing the sentiments we are doing for the inside part is with all my heart, and then I'm leaving room to sign, and then the other one that's going to be on the front says I adore you. Oh, I love it. Okay. Let's glue some things inside, then we're going to flip and we're going to glue the other things inside, and then we're going to decorate the front. So let's start with just some regular snail adhesive. Because this is going to flip around, I'm not going to use dimensionals like I am tempted to do because I love dimensionals and I use them on everything. But I'm not going to use the dimensionals because we are going to be flipping this and I want to make sure that it lays flat and doesn't get caught up. Now, is this a different size than that? I think this is just a little too big. Oh, pardon me while I tear apart my card. I know. It was like 1/16 of an inch too big, but now it's not. So I know. You guys probably don't even see it and you think I'm crazy. That's okay. I own it. And regular adhesive. You could use liquid glue here too. On these gold embossed hearts. Oh, they're so pretty. And then for the inside pieces, we're going to get those glued to the sides. You can make this card for any occasion. It doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day, although that seems to be when I'm always making it. But it would be cute for a birthday, and it would be cute for, I mean, gosh, anything. Why am I only thinking of birthday? Christmas, Halloween, any occasion. Okay, so do you remember how to do it? We're going to fold up, and then we're going to separate the layers, and they just kind of come apart like that. So cool. All right, so on the front, we've got the whites on the front, the whites are on the red, and on the inside, we're going to do the whites on the pink. So what we're going to do with all my heart there, and we're going to do the hearts, of course, 3 again, and then we can add our designer paper. There's so many different options here, which are so fun. The hearts are a little heavy. I'm going to do those on the bottom, and then this one on the top. Perfection. You can jazz it up as much as you'd like, but we're going to keep this relatively clean and simple. The hard part is just the opening. And I don't know if you've ever made this card and sent it. Did you include like instructions, or did you just explain it to whoever you sent it to later? I'm really curious about that. I've never have included instructions. I think the person who I sent it to, I just trusted that they knew, or you know, like I said, talked to them or told them how to do it afterwards. Okay, I hope that you'll give this one a try. Hidden message card, because it really is just so much fun to make and open and like play with, right? So here we go. It says, I adore you with all my heart. It kind of reminds me of those those little paper fortune tellers that we used to make. Like you fold it and count and open. Okay, so we've got the inside done. It's looking pretty cool. We're gonna do the outside now. I'm gonna put all these little squares away and save them with all the hearts. Maybe I'll make another one of these. And for the front of the card, we have some options, and I'm gonna show you both of them now, and then you can decide how you want it to be. Oh, by the way, here were the measurements. I'll have them in the video description as well. So we ended up just using 4 because we added another heart. So the 1.5 by 1 3/4 designer paper, 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 white, and then the hearts, and then the side pieces are 4. Well, there's 4 of them, and 2 different patterns, 1 7/8 inch by 5 1/4. Okay, so on the front, we need to decide if we want to use the red hearts or if we want to use the white with the gold. And so let me show you the design first, and then you can decide. Cootie catchers, yeah, that's that was the name of those, Eva. Thank you for reminding me that. Okay, so for the front, I've got some things we're doing. We're using that Adoring Hearts stamp set, and I'm going to color. You know how I feel about coloring, but I'm going to do a little coloring here, and we're going to do the rose and stamp that in color with Stampin' Blends, and this one, so this stamp set is bundled with the Adoring Hearts hybrid embossing folder. And so it has the die that fits in the embossing folder, and then it has some other little detailed heart dies and some other dies and the little banner, but there are no dies that coordinate with the stamp images. So what I ended up doing was just fussy cutting this image. So I'm going to color it, and then I'm going to cut it out. So I'm using the Real Red Stampin' Blends and starting with the light red, and then I'm going to add some dark red. I always like when Stampin' Up! Has these lines kind of built into the stamp image so that I can just add the shading really easily, and I know where to put it, because I am not an expert colorer. I don't love to do it, and so my technique could definitely use some improvement. If you are looking to improve your coloring, my friend Alyssa Tilsner, she's a demonstrator in Australia, and she has this new Facebook group, Coloring and Beyond, or Blending and Beyond, and she's been sharing her projects that she's making and her tips for coloring, and it's she's amazing. So if you are looking to follow someone who is creating some amazing coloring, then check out Alyssa Tilsner, and that group on Facebook. I think it's called Blends and Beyond, or Blending and Beyond, or Coloring, or something like that. Okay, well, I'm gonna do the same thing with the light green. I'm gonna add little bits of the dark green to color the leaves. And then I'm going to pretend like I did the whole thing in front of you, and I cut it out, and ta-da! I have it done. Okay, I have also pre-cut a piece from the Countryside in Countryside Corner dies. And so I'm going to use this for the front. And I have die cut also some little pieces in Old Olive and Gold. And these come from the Adoring Hearts bundle pack here. And then for our sentiment, I have two choices. Also like magic. And you guys can help me decide as we put this card together. So the first choice is black ink, and the second choice is gold embossing. And so that might impact your decision about the designer paper, because if you have the gold paper, maybe you want a little bit more of the gold in there. I'm not sure how, can you see the difference there? They kind of both look dark, but the bottom one is the gold embossed and the top one is the black. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some adhesive to the back of our fussy cut. This was fussy cut. I did not die cut this. And I am going to add some of these die cuts just to kind of highlight the different details of this flower. So pretty. And then on the other side, just to kind of fill that out a little bit. Okay, so this is going to go on Stampin' Dimensionals, and then we're going to add a banner across with either the gold or the black. I know, it's hard, isn't it? And then we're going to put this onto a 3x3 square of the Old Olive, just to kind of pop it a little bit, and also to give it a little bit more weight, because this is going to be something that is flipped open, and we're only going to see one side or the other. And so I'm going to start by adding that die cut piece to the green cardstock, Old Olive. And then we'll do the Stampin' Dimensionals under our rose. And this is going to go towards the top. I'm trying to look at your comments. Red paper, gold sentiment, gold sentiment, white gold paper, and gold sentiment. You guys are pretty split. Red heart designer paper. I know. We'll look at the designer paper when we get this part done, because I do think that it will help you decide what you like. And I think that the gold helps to tie in the gold here. So we're going to use the gold on the sentiment as well. Kind of angling that. I also cut an angle on the ends of the sentiment. I'm going to scoot this up. Hold on. Doing a very gentle tear apart. Just bring that up a little bit so we can bring this up a little bit. We're gonna need some gold, we're gonna need some little trinkets. I think there's some new ones that are gonna be perfect to just finish off this embellishment. Okay, so we're deciding on the paper to go on the front, okay? Do we want the white with the golds? gorgeousness? Or do we want the red with the white hearts? Which I do think, Janice, I do think that it makes that pop a little bit more, the white label. So I'm going to grab these gold gems. You guys do a quick vote, white or red designer paper. Tell me what you think. I know which way I'm leaning, but I'm really curious to see what you guys decide. You're more split than I thought you would be. Okay, let's see here. I'm grabbing from my new bucket. These are the ones I want. These little embellishments, they're called the iridescent foil gems, have some gold kind of tinsel to them. And this is actually part of that Just Kidding suite, which has the little kids in it. And I don't know, I think they're more elegant than playful. So I think they're going to go really well on our card today. And I'm seeing that you guys have broken your tie, have broken your split, and Red Hearts has won, which is the way I was leaning to. So I'm glad that I'm glad you guys agree with me there. I just think the contrast against the white label works really well on this card. So we want to make sure, of course, that we get our hearts face up. And this designer paper is 1 7/8 inch by 5 1/4, same size as the panels that we used on the inside. And this is that Most Adored designer paper. That is from the celebration offering. Okay. Oh, you know what this could use? Oh, I'm not done. I feel like we want to add some gold twine. I think that would be so pretty. All right, oops, I left the glue dot behind. Get back over here. Let's get the gold twine out. This is part of the Simply Elegant pack that has gold and silver together. And I have been using this a lot with the Most Adored paper because of the gold foil accents. It's just really pretty. I feel like I was using the silver a lot in the winter time and then gold for Valentine's Day. So it always balances out. If you were getting the Simply Elegant twine pack with silver and gold, which one would you run out of first? Do you think you would run out of the silver first or the gold first? Which of those two colors do you use the most? I think that makes it. I really think I think that's just kind of perfect. So I'm going to just try to, oh, that was a weird little kink, but it works. Okay. I'm going to trim those down. And I want to move these dots down a smidge. Okay, and then this is going to go on with a little glue dot, which is over here. Oh, there it is. Just kind of rolling it behind the knot and adding it to the card. To my Valentine. Loose gems that just pop right off. Okay, almost done. We need to put this onto the card, and we can either use Stampin' Dimensionals or we can use tear and tape to add that. And I kind of feel like we've got a lot of bulk already with the layers and the cardstock and all this stuff. So I think I'm just going to use tear and tape this time because I have dimensionals on the front. And often I try to limit the dimensionals and the layers when I'm creating a card so that it's not too not too bulky. So I'm only putting the adhesive on one side of the card so that when I center this in the middle of the gatefold card, that I can still open it and I'm not gluing it closed. Okay, make sure it's on there really good. Okay, here is our finished hidden message card. To my Valentine, I adore you with all my heart. Oh, yay! I love the way this turned out. I hope that you do too. Thank you so much to Wanda for inspiring me and reminding me of this amazing card. She has this calendar version with the Be My Valentine suite. Oh my gosh, I do love this so much. So I used the Adoring Hearts bundle to make my version, and the Most Adored designer paper. This paper is so beautiful. You can get it for free during Sale-a-Bration with a $50 order in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. And yeah, definitely you want to get that. So this is a specialty paper, and I know I said this about Sale-a-Bration last week, but the items during Sale-a-Bration are while supplies last. So it's possible that things may run out before the end of Sale-a-Bration, and this designer paper, the Most Adored, is definitely one that I think that could happen to. So if you want the Most Adored designer paper, I would not wait to order it. I would make sure that you get it right away so that you don't miss out on this awesome paper. And I know I showed these to you already, but I'll just put them back out here because I mean, hello, they're so fun. All of these cards were created with the Most Adored paper and the Adoring Hearts bundle. And like, I'm all set now. I think I just finished all my Valentines. Okay, but we still have another card because we always make 3. And how has it already been an hour already? We're making Valentines today, and our last card is not technically a Valentine card, but I wanted to use the Stippled Rose, and I saw this card that Stampin' Up concept artist had designed. I don't remember where I saw it, but it's been in my head, and so I've been wanting to make it. So I'm using the Stippled Roses for our last card, and even though this isn't a Valentine card per se, it kind of goes with our theme because I think this card would be really beautiful for a wedding. And although it's kind of funny because there's not any wedding sentiments in the set, there's Happy Mother's Day, sending thanks, best birthday wishes, and congratulations, which I guess you could use for a wedding. So I guess our theme tonight is not necessarily Valentine's Day, it's love. So let's make a card with the Stippled Roses. I've pre-cut some pieces already, so hopefully this will be a pretty quick card, especially compared to the last one. I'm using the Softly Stippled designer paper. Again, this is another one that you can get for free during Sale-a-Bration with a $50 order, and I love that it coordinates with the Stippled Roses bundle from the mini catalog. This designer paper has Calypso Coral, Wild Wheat, Pebbled Path, Pool Party, and Lost Lagoon in it. It is such a gorgeous designer paper, and I haven't had a chance to play with it a whole lot, but I did make this card using the Perennial Postage stamp set, and I am loving this card from Meg Lovin, who used Wild Wheat and Pool Party to stamp the Stippled Rose, and then 3 different papers from this Softly Stippled pack. So let's make our own card with Stippled Rose and ink up these stamps. In fact, I haven't inked up any of them. I mounted this one, but I didn't do anything with it yet. So let's get this on a block, and we're going to use the small flower as well and the congratulations to create our card. And I think that's it. But let's do our stickers. So you're going to have to watch me put these together really quick. And then I just realized I need to cut a piece for the inside of the card. So we're going to have to get out the paper trimmer and just cut one more piece. So for the congratulations, we're going to go on the bigger block, and I've got a, yeah, that'll work. So the colors I chose for this card are Pebbled Path and Pool Party. And Pebbled Path is an in color. It is part of the newer in colors. I call them the junior and the senior in colors. And so the junior in colors are the ones that just started with the annual catalog last spring. And then the senior in colors are getting ready to retire. So Pebbled Path is one of the junior in colors. It's one of the newer ones. And just a reminder that the senior in colors that are retiring, those are Sweet Sorbet that we used on the first project, and Starry Sky, Orchid Opulence, Parakeet Party. What's the last one? Oh, Tahitian Tide. So if you guys love those in colors, make sure that you are getting stocked up on the reinkers and the cardstock, because Sale-a-Bration, of course, is just a great time to do that because you get freebies when you order $50 or more, but also because shortly after Sale-a-Bration, we're going to see the last chance list, and we're going to start thinking about the end of the catalog. And the in color reinkers, especially, they sell out really quickly. So you want to make sure that you're stocking up on all your favorite colors right now so that you are not caught without your favorites when they sell out. The die set here includes some dies that die cut the 3 stamped images, and then there's also some detailed die cuts that sort of have that stippling in there too. You can really see it on the flowers that I die cut in Pebbled Path, and then I also used a little vellum and die cut that, and you can kind of see the dots there. So we're going to use those as accents on our card. And we need 2 ink colors. I'm going to grab Pebbled Path and the Pool Party. And oh, we need to cut that last piece, don't we? Actually, is this the right size? It is. Perfect. Okay. We had some scrap paper out. Let's get this one back in here, because we're going to do a little off the edge for the inside piece. So for the inside piece, I'm stamping Pool Party just down here in the corner. Isn't that pretty? It is so soft and beautiful. And I'm kind of wondering if I need to stamp a little darker. I'm worried that Pool Party on Pool Party is not going to show up very well. So I'm going to make a little decision and stamp in Pebbled Path on the designer paper. So this is a piece of that softly stippled designer paper. It has a little texture to it, which is really fun. Texture in a visual way, not in a physical way. So it's not bumpy at all. It is flat, but it just sort of has like a linen kind of look to it. So I'm going to stamp in the Pebbled Path ink, and I'm going to try to get the whole image on here. Let's see how I can do. Oh yeah, it fits almost perfectly. I think that this Pool Party designer paper piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and I'll double check that. That is super dark. Ooh, that's a little darker than I wanted it to be. Okay, I want to try again. I'm going to grab another piece, and this time we're going to do a stamp off and see if we can get like a lighter version of that. So let me grab the paper. And just cut another bit here. First of all, let's double check that. That's 4 1/2, so this is going to be 3 1/4. I suppose we could try the Pool Party too and see how we like that. But let's start with the Pebbled Path. Now I just stamped it here and I haven't re-inked it, so I'm gonna kind of re-moisten a little bit with my breath and then stamp on the designer paper. We're gonna have options so we can decide what we like. And yes, definitely it will lighten up as it dries, Susan, but it's a little too dark. Eugh, that's a little too light. Yikes. Okay, let's clean this stamp. We'll try with Pool Party, and then we'll have 3 choices and we'll pick the best one. Okay, I think I got it clean. And we're gonna do, I think the thing with my pool party though is that I need to re-ink it. Let's see, what is this? I think this is Balmy Blue. Let me grab my re-inker. And I'm just gonna add the re-inker, and then I'm trying to work it in. So I'm not squeezing the second time around. I'm just trying to kind of spread that ink around the ink pad. Okay. I cleaned this, so we are good, and it's kind of stippled anyway, so I think it'll be okay if it is dark. I think this is going to be, I think this is going to be the winner. Okay. Kind of picking it up, moving around to get some even coverage as I ink Pool Party onto the Pool Party designer paper. Oh, Coastal Cabana, that's a good thought. To Sharon. Okay, well, it doesn't have the definition that I was hoping for, or even Lost Lagoon. I don't have any other Lost Lagoon on this card though. Well, let's do the rest of our stamping. We'll see how it comes together. I'm going to stamp in Pebbled Path. Maybe we will like the darker one. Pebbled Path here. That is just so dark. My Pebbled Path is so juicy. Oh my gosh. But I think the way the stamp is, if you try to stamp off, it just gets kind of muddled. So we're going to go with it. And then, oh, actually, while we have it out, let's stamp our sentiment as well, which is congratulations. I may have cut too big of a piece. I might trim that down just a little bit. I cut it at 1 by 3.5 inches, and I think I could have gotten away with doing 3/4. So let's maybe give that a little bit of trim. Or at least 7/8 inch, yeah. And I'm also gonna cut the Pebbled Path, which was the same size. We need to do some die cutting. I didn't do this ahead of time. This was the last card that I didn't quite finish prepping. So we're gonna die cut that really quick, and let's get out little Lucy. Lucy is my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and she's perfect for little jobs like this. Actually, I think most of these dies would fit in the die cutting machine, the little one. So if you only have the little machine, that is kind of a good thing to know. Usually they have them marked in the catalog so that you can see which dies are conducive with the mini machine. Oh, did I slide that? I think it's okay. We're gonna go with it. Sorry if you got my head in there for a second. Okay. Oh, I love Lucy because she doesn't take up much room on my desk. I can just pick her up very easily. She's not very heavy, and I can bring her up for a cutting job and then put her right back down. I keep her on the floor on my shelf behind me. Whereas my bigger machine, that one's a little much to lug up and down. Okay, Stippled Rose, that's what we're using. We've got a little one. Let's see how this card comes together. I am all of a sudden feeling like, oh, I would love some twine. That's how I'm feeling. I would really love, not some twine, some, oh, the ribbon I'm thinking of is that sheer ribbon with the silver. I just startled my dog a little bit. Oh, isn't this like so perfect? Okay, let's glue some layers together. Let's see how this card comes together. And then we'll see how we want to finish it off. We also could bring in some embellishments of some kind. On the front, I've got this 4 by 5 1/4 piece. And this one is white with the pebbled path stippled flowers, so that's going to go on the front, and the same size white cardstock on the front with the pool party stamped roses. Okay, then we're going to add our layer, and so we can decide here if we want the dark pebbled path or the lighter pool party layer. And let's try this one, and then if it's too dark we can decide we want to change it. For our sentiment, I'm going to do a little banner tip here, one on either end, and I'm going to put these in opposite directions. So we're going to have one going that way, one going this way. And our flower and the die cut, and then the little, that looks funny, doesn't it? I don't like all the leaves being this way. I suppose I could stamp my sentiment the other direction. Well, let's see. We've got the vellum here, and then some other die cut little flowers. How do we feel about the dark rose? I think I like it. Yeah, Lisa, you guys are all saying dark. Cindy says light, but I'm seeing mostly darks. Okay, I think I agree with you on the dark because we've got the dark in the background. I think the parallel between the two is good. I would like to bring in a little bit of ribbon, I think, or maybe do like a little tailed piece that kind of goes back here with our die cuts. Oh, I'm just not sure. Let's see. Maybe underneath there. I don't know. This is I'm feeling like it's a little too much, and I want to bring in some white twine, and we'll just do like a little white baker's twine is just my go-to. Like, it's the perfect little yeah, you guys are saying the ribbon's too much, but I think the twine is going to be just perfect. Just like a little bit to tuck underneath. Let's see. Just like a little mini bow. Sometimes I use my nails to like shape the ribbon, straighten it out, or give it a little curl. That's what I did earlier with that twine. I couldn't believe how well that worked. And trim that a little. Okay, see, it's so cute, right? Okay. Ooh, Cindy's saying no flower, like no, not to use this one. Okay, first let's let's start from the bottom and work our way up. This piece is going to go on with an angle, and you can fight me on it, but I like it. And then these pieces, I feel like I want to do a little, well, definitely dimensionals under the white one. And maybe this one just with regular adhesive. Oh, I see what you guys are saying. No dark flowers. Okay, well, let's see how that... I don't know. I kind of like the dark flowers. We need to get that vellum in there. I feel like that just really is so pretty. Okay, so you're not thinking... You guys don't like the dark ones, huh? Now I'm just not sure where to put the bow. I liked the idea of the bow, but it looks very full. Okay, tell me about the dark flowers. How are you guys feeling? I like the dark flowers, but I'm seeing several of you saying no dark flowers. And so I'm curious to see if that is a common opinion. I trimmed that a little bit because I didn't like that you could see a little bit of white on the inside there. I'm going to use a little glue on the back of the stamped rose to attach the vellum piece. Oh, pool party flowers. That's a good idea. Dark flowers look cheesy. You guys are pretty split. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I actually want this. Well, I'm gonna use dimensionals, I think, under this big one. I don't know. I kind of like the dark flowers. Color the roses in the back with tone on tone. In the back here. I'm guessing you're saying color the roses blue. Okay, I'm gonna stick these down right here, and I'm gonna add some gems in the middle of the flowers. I like the idea of Wink of Stella. Did someone say that? So let's get the Wink of Stella. And add a little bit of sparkle. Actually, ironically, I think that the Wink of Stella makes things look darker. But I do love the little sparkle that it adds. Can you see on camera? How well does it show up? I'm going to carefully add some Wink of Stella to the stamped rose, but you have to be careful because the Wink of Stella will blend the color, and I don't want to blend, I don't want to make the rose brown. And you probably can't tell very much in person there. Okay, some gems. I think we want some iridescent. Well, these are the basic pearls. These are the iridescent pearls. These are not the right ones. Or some rhinestones. Pearls or rhinestones? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I think those two options are good. Pearls or rhinestones. We're going to be basic today. Okay. I think we need to catch up. Fonda says rhinestones. I'm going to add the flowers while you guys are discussing pearls versus... What do you use in general? I use the rhinestones much more often than I use the pearls. And I'm curious if that is a common thing or if you guys use pearls just as much as rhinestones. Leave a comment and tell me which is your preference. I guess first you have to tell me which one I should use. And then you can tell me and then you can tell me which one to use. I know you guys are really split today. Rhinestones, pearls, a lot of pearls. Pearls, rhinestones, pearl, pearl, rhinestone, pearl, pearl, pearls. Jean says pearls for sympathy cards. That's a good, yeah. I think maybe sometimes rhinestones are too flashy for a sympathy card. I think that's a good point. Oh, I kind of love the way this card turned out. Oh, yes. And I know I asked you guys at the beginning to tell me which card is your favorite. Tell me, like, but I know that there's favorite for different reasons. So I'm going to change the question and say, which card are you most inspired by tonight? Because I want to know what you love and what you think that you'll recreate. Our last card used the Stippled Roses stamp set and bundle, as well as the Softly Stippled designer paper, which is a free gift option during Sale-a-Bration, free with a $50 purchase. So this was the last card, and if you've been sticking around for the whole video, gosh, thank you, because it's been a long video. Thank you for sticking around tonight. Oh my gosh. And if you haven't already, what? I am looking and we only have 9 thumbs ups on this video. Okay, if you're still watching right now, give me that thumbs up. Come on. I don't know. You guys have been so enthralled the whole evening. We need to catch up on the thumbs up, please. It really helps me out on YouTube when you give me a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Let me review the projects that we made tonight. We started way back when. We started at the beginning of this video with a little gift box. We used the silicone brayer to create a bubble wrap background. I love the way it turned out. So stinking cute. Okay, so, oh, you guys are seeing 78 and 22. You know what? Maybe it's because my screen hasn't like reloaded or something. That seems odd. Okay, well, I feel better with 78. Thumbs up, thank you. But you can still give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. Yeah, I thought 9 was pretty pathetic because I think we've made some amazing projects tonight. Okay. We had socks. That was what's inside our little treat box. This little square pillow box is part of the Be Mine suite, Be Mine Valentine with a cute little bee. So we started with this one and then we did the hidden message card. We used the Adoring Hearts hybrid bundle with the Most Adored designer paper from Sale-a-Bration to create this fun card. Oh my gosh, I love the way that turned out. Although I'm not gonna lie, the green is kind of bothering me that you see it on the inside because there's no other green on the card. Oh, I might have to change that, but I love it on the front. And then the last card was the Stippled roses. So very different cards tonight. You guys will have to let me know which one, like I said, which one are you inspired by? Which is one that you would like to make at home, or that you feel like, oh, now I've got to get this because I saw Julie create something with it. I'm always curious to know. So leave a comment, let me know. Before I let you go tonight, I have some cards to share with you, a little bit of mail call, some cards I've received from many of you. And so I just wanted to share those before we go. I know it's already been a long video, so if you have to go, I understand, but you're going to love some of these amazing cards. Hey, this one uses the Stippled Rose. This is a card from Shannon West. She used the new Bubble Bath color, some glimmer paper, and some Moody Mauve shimmer paper with the corner. Can you see the stamped roses and that congratulations? She was congratulating me on all of my achievements this last year. So exciting. I was number 20 in sales, 20 in leadership, 26 in team building, and 19 overall in the United States. Oh my gosh. So awesome. I still can't believe it was such an awesome year. Thank you to everyone who, all my team members, thank you to all my customers for helping that to happen, for helping that to be, because that was all of you guys, not just me. This card came from my upline, Kim Peck. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that bear. Of course, he's gone now, but I love that she used the stargazing designer paper to go with this polar bear. So cute. She sent a little belated Christmas present. I was so excited to get it. So thank you so much to Kim for the cute card and for the fun gift as well. I got some Christmas cards from some of you. This one comes from Jill Steele, using a new die and the glitter paper all blinged out with this one. I love that, with a crumb cake. Thank you guys so much for updating me on the totals of the thumbs up. I'm still stuck at 9, so I'm so glad that it's higher than I know. Our next card is from Sue Zastro, using the Winter Meadow designer paper. Oh my gosh, I loved this one with the foil. And the Magical Meadow stamp set. Such a beautiful card. And with all the snow we're getting across the country, like, I feel like this is where we're at right now. So such a beautiful card, that designer paper. I think still available too, right? The next card's from Janet Casto. Janet, I always love your fun cards. This one uses the softly stippled designer paper that we just played with. And we've got a little fun fold. I love this. We've got a stitched circle window, and then on the inside we did a fun fold like this, kind of with the same dimensions a little bit, and it was a different size card, but it was the same kind of fold like this, and it used the Fluffiest Friends. Oh, that was so fun. I'll try to remember to put the link in the video description if you haven't seen it yet. Awesome card, Janet. Thank you. Oh, look at this one from Donna Johnson, using some die cut snowflakes and this foil paper. I think that's from the Stargazing. The winter embossing folders. Such a gorgeous card. Thank you so much, Donna, for your Christmas wishes, and Cara and all the curly girls as well. You guys are amazing. Another Christmas card. This one came from Tyra Marshall, Merry and Bright designer paper. And this layout, I just realized, is one that was in the back of that green mini catalog with the modern oval. I love the way that look in the bright colors. Here's another one from Tyra, using the Sparkling Season with the snowflakes. I love her color combination here. Highland Heather, Balmy Blue, and the Bubble Bath. A little bit of soft sea foam in there too. So pretty. I am digging snowflakes because it's still winter. Winter just started, and the snow has just started here in Central Illinois. The next card is from Rose Spivey. I love this blue Christmas card. A little bit of New Year's going on in the designer paper and the background. Some fun dresses and party hats and pearls and beads. So pretty. Thank you, Rose. Another one with all the blues and all blinged out. This one from Sandy Almond from Canada. She used the Be Dazzled designer paper to accent this card with the cute little bears from Berry Christmas. So fun. Always fun on the inside too. I love the added little sparkle. This one comes from Barb Hostetler. This is one of those little easel tent cards that has a calendar on it. I love these cute calendars. I've got a couple on my desk and I use them all the time. I'm always trying to figure out what day it is. I never remember. The next card comes from Kathy Trebenbach. And I thought this was so beautiful. Misty Moonlight with a little bit of the Calypso Coral Flirty Flamingo. Maybe back there in the vellum layer is so pretty. What a gorgeous card, Kathy. Thank you for that one. These are doubles from the Great Big Card Swap. If you missed it, make sure to check that out. From Tuesday night, our theme this month is friendship. And so if you haven't already, you can send a card. Our next showcase is in 2 weeks on the 23rd of January. And so I'll be sharing the other cards that we receive for friendship. If you're working ahead for February, the theme is big. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Big words, big cards, big greetings. I don't know, the word big. It's going to be so fun. These cards are doubles. Thank you so much to everyone who sent one to me. This one from Jo Williams. She shared this fun paper fold. And if you watch that video from Tuesday, I shared the template for that so you can see the measurements and the scoring on that. This fun card is from Virginia Smith using the Dainty Flowers designer paper and coordinating bundle. This one, so gorgeous, from Ross Ann Muncie using the I can't remember the name of the set. These detailed dies. So there's 1, 2, and then these are pieces that are cut off from the side. Beautiful ribbon, the navy with the gold, thinking of you. I just love that. And this one, I just looked up the name of this stamp set and now it's flying right out of my head. It's a good one. Another one from Ross Ann. I think she sent for 2 different months that the post office got a little delayed. So we had a Feeling Blue and a friendship card. Thank you so much, Ross, for sending 2 for me. It's always such a blessing to receive your cards. Here's the one from Tony Shaw. She had a different pattern of designer paper. Now these are the in colors that are going to retire. The Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, and Tahitian Tide. So make sure you stock up on those colors. And thank you, Tony, for this extra card. Coffee with a friend is like happiness in a cup. Indeed. Marie Ferrito sent me 2 different cards. This is the one I decided to keep. I love that designer paper and the petal pink with the black embossed friend. On the inside, a little stamping. It says, "I'm lucky to have a friend like you." And the last double is from Cynthia Houston, who did a little accordion card with that painted lavender, perennial lavender designer paper. So pretty. There was another color version. I shared that in the Tuesday's video, so you'll have to watch to see that one. But thank you so much to everyone for all the happy mail. I feel so blessed. Earlier today on Facebook, I challenged you guys to think of a friend who needs a card and grab an envelope right now and write their name on it. Then tomorrow or the next day or over the weekend, either pull a card from your stash or make a new card to send to your friend. And let's spread those miles across the miles, smiles across the miles in 2024. Join me in that card sending campaign. We're sending lots of cards, spreading the cheer to our friends and family this year. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. It has been a long video, and I hope that you enjoyed the projects that I shared tonight. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for helping me make all the decisions along the way to make these cards and projects so beautiful. You guys are amazing, and I'm so blessed that you are here and spending time with me tonight. We'll have a Sunday stamping video this coming Sunday at noon Central Time, and next week another Thursday night stamp therapy on Thursday. So be sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss out. And I look forward to seeing with you and stamping with you next time. Have a good night.